All get ready for Big Nick. It's called Big Nick Live.
Big Nick Live! Big Nick Live! Everybody get up! Big Nick Live! Big Nick Live! Big Nick Live! Big Nick Live!
It's called Big Nick Live. You ready, Big Nick? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome. It's me, Big Nick. Welcome to Big Nick Live. I just realized these sunglasses might belong to my wife. These aren't. I grabbed the wrong sunglasses. Anyways, how are we doing, folks? Great to see ya. Great to hear ya. I can hear your applause. I can hear your standing ovation. Wow, this is an honor. It's cool to have everyone here with me. All, let's see how many we got. 41 of you. Wow. It's incredible. On a Tuesday night of all nights, one of the all-time great nights of the week. If we had to rank the nights, of course, we'd put Friday at the top, right, folks? You got Friday right at the top, maybe Saturday right behind. But then behind the weekend, you definitely have got Tuesday. And you may say, Big Nick, why are we saying Tuesday? Because it's tonight. We're doing Big Nick Live on a Tuesday. So that makes Tuesday number one night of the week. Above, I take back what I said. It's above Friday. It's above Saturday. How you guys doing? My name is Nick. Let's go. I am here. I'm happy to report that we have new internet. New router, new network. The tech is, if you've turned into old episodes of Big Nick Live, you're probably used to tech issues, problems. We've just flown past that. That's never going to happen ever again. I've had issues for a very long time. Let me go ahead. This is the portion of the show, back in the days when they had Johnny Carson go out. He'd come out and he'd do his monologue, and he's had it rehearsed, and people have been fine-tuning his jokes. And I like to just kind of like speak from my heart and just kind of tell you guys about my life rather than just come out here with some kind of rehearsed, phony bit. So this is just real life that I'm broadcasting to you all right now. I hope you enjoy it. This is a true story, and it'll only take me about 45 minutes to tell it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. Oh, I will say before we get into that, we're celebrating spring. If I don't know where you guys live, but I've been enjoying the warm weather. And what else comes with warmer weather? Longer days, more sunlight. We've had the spring forward, of course, as many of you are aware, I'm sure. Happy to be springing forward and happy to be going on spring tour. If you're not aware, oh, great. Did I speak too soon? This is dastardly. Oh, mama. Okay, we're back in business. But okay, excuse me. It's just a little hiccup, folks. Don't disregard. We're celebrating spring, as I was saying. Here, we'll go with this for now. Oh, excuse me. All right, let me see. There we go. Okay, we're at beach. Holy cow. All right, just bear with me 1 minute, folks. All right, here we go. Back on the beach. Back on the beach. All right. Okay, so we are talking about I was about to talk about Big Nick Big Tour. Me and the 100K band, we are hitting the road. Hard, folks, hard. We're going to Asheville, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, the Big Apple, Boston, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island. And that's just the first leg of the Big Nick Big Tour. And you can get your tickets at nickletsgo.com. I'm sure we'll be talking more about that. If you got any cues for the Big Nick Big Tour, I'm happy to answer them. But first, I was going to tell you about my internet issue. So I have a guy come out here. I've had issues on stream, but I've also just had issues in general in the house, throughout the house. Signal dropping on the TV, on the laptop, on the phone. We call the place. I said, hey, you're getting like 10% of your the internet you're supposed to be getting. I said, well, that's a shame. We got to get someone out here. Let's figure this out. So they send out a guy. They do what they call evaluation. You guys ever heard the word evaluation? So a guy comes out. He takes a look around. I'm like, hey, listen, we've got a router. It's currently in the baby's room. When we bought the house is where it was. We want it out of the baby's room. We want it in a central location, the living room. Sounds great. He looks all around. He's like, that's going to be tricky, but he gets a plan of attack. It sounds brilliant. He's like, we'll come in through this. Bing, bing. Come in through the basement. We're going to do this. Yeah, dude, this is no problem. We can do this right now. I said, well, I have some meetings this afternoon we can't do right now because I need the Wi-Fi. Speaking of Wi-Fi, we've, okay, anyways, strange things are happening. As Randy Newman once said in Toy Story. You guys remember Toy Story, right? Anyways, so, what was I talking about? Randy Newman? So, this guy says, I can do this right now. I said, listen, right now is not good, pal. I appreciate you. I cherish you. I honor you for getting out here, assessing the situation, and frankly, evaluating. You evaluated your ass off. And it really, it gave me a, I don't want to get emotional, but it made me realize the power of broadcast internet and the service these people provide day in and day out. And I was like, I asked the guy if I could shake his hand, and he said, yeah, I'd be happy to. And I shook his hand, and I said, why don't you come back Monday? I can clear my schedule, and you come Monday, you fix this, and I'll owe my life to you. He said, all right, we'll do that. So here comes Monday. I wake up early with bells on. I can't wait to fix this problem that I've had plaguing my home. My wife can't sleep. The internet's so bad my kids can't sleep. My 7.5-month-old son can't sleep because of this Wi-Fi situation. So this guy comes. It's a new guy. Okay, stranger at the door. Comes Monday morning, 9 a.m. Ding dong. I go get the door, hold my boy Rowan. I say, hey, how you doing? He says, hey, I'm here to do a quick evaluation. You guys want to move a router or something? I said, no, excuse me. I said, all right, first things first, sit down. We've flown way past. We're far past evaluation. I've been evaluated. It's time for action. And I'm paraphrasing, of course, but I said, no. We had an evaluation. We're getting. I ordered a new router. I ordered the Deco Wi-Fi 7, state of the art. I'd show you, but I'm worried if I pick it up, everything could go to hell. I say we're way past that, pal. You got work. You got work to do. He's like, what? Oh, that's not what computer told me. He's looking at his phone. He's like, that's not what this says. I'm like, okay, well, a guy came here last week. He did an evaluation. He asked all the same questions you're about to ask me. And so he starts asking his questions. Well, what do you guys want? And it's like, well, we need this router out of this baby's room. We want it in a central location in the house. I don't know how you're going to do that. I don't know. Every step of the way, there's a hurdle. He comes down here. He's like, oh, this basement's finished. There's no way you can get. I show him the other side of the room. I'm like, unfinished here. Every new hurdle that I opened for him, he found a way to find a new hurdle. And I finally said, listen, pal, do we have a problem? Because this guy said that it wouldn't be a problem. And he said we were going to get this taken care of this morning. And this guy's, I think he realized how dire the situation is on that part at that time. And he said, let me go see if I can get a hold of that guy and figure out what he was telling you. And so he goes outside. I'm hot. And he comes back in and he says, so I think that guy's new. I think that was a new guy. He just didn't know what he was talking about. But here's what I can do. I can reinstall the router at the very, very back of the house, the whole other end of the house. And then I can run a wire all the way from the very end of the house to the basement where I sit and I speak to you today, Big Nick Live. And I said, whatever you got to do, dude, just, do it. You're the expert here. I'm just Big Nick. I'm more focused on running my own talk show called Big Nick Live. Some people call it B&L. I'm busy planning tour, writing songs. You guys know the burden, the weight I carry. So anyways, I said, just do your thing. So he goes under the house for a little while. He's frustrated because he said he had a full schedule. It is 9 o'clock. He had a 10 o'clock. He had an 11 o'clock. He had a noon. He's stuck spending the day with me and Rowan. So he starts putting some stuff in the back of the house, and he basically comes up and he's like, hey, that router there, you need to download an app, and it's basically just going to tell you exactly what to do. I'm not going to be of much help. You just got to follow the instructions. So I'm like, oh, great. Okay, I'll get right on that. So I started installing this first router because it comes with 3 routers, folks. You got the first router routed to the cable, and then the other 2 pick up wirelessly. It's real involved tech stuff. You got to be kind of a tech freak to understand what I'm even talking about. So anyways, I'm surprised I've been talking about my router issues this long and the numbers haven't doubled. But they're staying steady, which is nice. So I set up this first router. It's a hassle. It takes too long. It's too confusing, but I finally get it. And he's like, oh, yeah, you figured it out. And now number 2 should just be as simple as walking up and getting your phone close to it, turning it on, boom, bing, green light, beautiful. He's like, now go downstairs. He said, it'll be just that easy. All you got to do is plug in the Ethernet and you're good to go. I'm like, wow, okay, that sounds great. He's like, all right, see ya. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. Before I can even say another word, he's gone. Sayonara. Meanwhile, keep in mind I have a baby. It's hard troubleshooting tech while taking care of an infant. So me and Rowan come downstairs. I'm wrestling with cables, trying to unhook them. I got a baby in one arm, trying to unhook the Ethernet from the computer, get it in this thing. Uh-oh, big problem. No signal. Not reading the Ethernet on the computer or the wireless router down here. Uh-oh, trouble. My life literally flashed before my eyes. I'm like everything went, I dropped the baby. It was fine. I was already on the ground. But baby's down. My head's spinning. Next thing I know, I wake up. I'm on the floor with the baby. We're both crying. I almost called 911, but then I was like, no. I need to call Eric. I need to ask Eric. I need Eric to come over here and help me solve my problems. But first I had to go pick my daughter up from school. So I go pick my daughter up from school, meet my wife from dinner. I can't even enjoy dinner. I'm flustered, pissed off. I'm like, I got to get home, and I got to get under this house and FaceTime Eric. So that's what I do. I get home, and I've never been under this house before, but Eric has been under here because he set up the internet previously. And he's like, I can't tell you what to do without looking at anything, but if you can climb under the house and show me what it looks like, see if maybe there's a cable loose. Maybe he didn't reconnect the cables whenever he set everything back up. So I'm like, oh, great. Here we go, Wetman 2.0. I'm going spelunking now. I'm army crawling underneath my house. About this much space. FaceTiming with Eric. I wish we would have recorded it because it would have been great to show you guys the footage. I was fairly certain at one point that I stumbled across what looked like a boa constrictor snake skin. Thought I had a panic attack, but it turned out it was just duct tape, which was an immediate relief. And so I keep going, and I find the cables, and then the phone dies. I call Eric with 10% charge. So I'm under the house with a dead phone. Luckily, I had a flashlight. So I'm like, I got to get out of here. This is useless. I'm covered head to toe in dirt. I didn't change my clothes. I didn't think to change my clothes. Should have got totally nude, frankly, and just saved the wash. So anyways, I get out, and I call Eric back. I'm like, do we learn anything? He says, not really. He said, I'm going to have to come over there, man. All right. I hate to have you do that because he's already coming over Wednesday for band practice and Thursday for vocal rehearsal. And And he was just here Saturday. So poor Eric, he lives, not super close. It's his wife's birthday. As we all know, it's the great Karen's birthday. Anyways, Eric saves the day. He gets over here. He gets under the house. He starts doing his thing, replacing cables, replacing wires. Next thing I know, bing. In the time that it took me to even get in and out of the basement, Eric already had everything all figured out and ready to go. So, big round of applause, standing ovation. If you're at home, I'd love for you to stand up and applaud for Eric, because I know he'd appreciate that. Excuse me, Cetus just said, why no Midwest stops? I was telling you can't interrupt my story about the router with questions like that. That's disrespectful to Eric. You're going to have to go to the back of the line and re-ask your question. I'm sorry about that. All right, okay, so there's my story about my router. I'm happy to, okay, we got a question. Whatever you're doing is clearing the freeze quick. Oh, that's not a question. Anna Lanter. I used to know an Anna Lanter, but it looks like this Anna Lanter was born in 1911, so this is not who I'm thinking of. They said, I know a crawl space guy if you need a recommendation, which makes me think that this is the Anna Lanter I thought it was initially, because I have a brother-in-law called Cam. You guys have met Cam probably before. He came by for a couple streams last year. And he is a certified crawl space medic, which is basically a doctor. He's a doctor, but he's not a doctor in medicine. He's a doctor of crawl space. And that's why it was perfect for me to have Cam come over here and shoot the Wet Man video, because it's his lifeblood. And I don't know if you'd call that small, wet room a crawl space, but I definitely had to crawl to get in there. I see some people, my friends on Twitch are saying Nick is an island man. Nick's got ultra casual today, beach vibes. We're celebrating spring. We're celebrating spring tour. Big Nick, big tour is kicking off real soon, guys. If you guys think I'm frozen, I actually thought that was a good still of me, and I kind of wanted to. There's a button I have here. Anytime I pause, it's because I think it would make a good picture, and I just kind of want to do a screenshot, and that's kind of what's happening there. Anyways, this is the portion of the show where I let you guys ask me questions or request songs. I'm happy to play some songs for you guys tonight. Oh, wow, I'm seeing a lot of people standing up for Eric. That's awesome. You guys can be seated. You guys can sit down now. Okay, here, Sanduichi says, is there any way I can upgrade a regular ticket to a VIP ticket without having to pay the entire full ticket fee? That's a fantastic question. Sanduichi, where are you coming? What show are you going to, I wonder? Because there is exactly what you're talking about for New York City, and there's also exactly what you're talking about for Los Angeles. But those exist because we had some issues with having the VIP live as soon as they went on sale. But I don't know. I'll look into it and see if that's something that we could make available. And just stay tuned on that. Deo says Europe win. I don't know. How about October? Can we see the fit? Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's just an island shirt. I used to wear, when I worked in an office, I used to wear this every Friday. Oh, and I had this hat on. I didn't have a lot of time. I just had to throw on what I had around. I grabbed my wife's. I guess these are butterfly sunglasses, which I don't know if that necessarily gives the island vibe I'm going for. Can you play your favorite President of the United States of America song? That's a great question from Mel. And then Caged Money says, have you ever played 2021 at a live show? I don't think I ever have. I've probably played it on a live stream before. Let me go grab my guitar real quick. I should have done that before. All right, guys, this is the portion of the show where I need you to pull out your phones and search your contacts and find if you have any friends that live in Asheville or New York City or Philadelphia or Washington, D.C. or Boston or Providence or anywhere on the West Coast. You need to pull out your phone. You need to text them and say, hey, do you know the Big Nick is coming to a city near you? You need to tune in to Big Nick Live right now. So there's a lot of you're going to have to get your links in order because you're going to need a link to Big Nick Live. You're going to need a link to nickletsgo.com for tickets. And let me write out a script for you, actually, and I'll put it on the screen, and maybe that'll be more helpful. Okay. Hey, friend. But really, don't write friend. Write their actual name. Is this showing up? Okay, that's way too big. Let me this is the difference between, I mentioned Johnny Carson earlier, and I bet if he tried to do this on his show, he'd have like a stenographer present or something that could do this for him. But, I think it's just it's part of the appeal of the show, I think. I think it's why a lot of you tune in. Okay, hey, friend, don't write friend, write their actual name. How are you? I hope well. I'm doing fine. Although I recently roll with me on this. I think this could be effective. I recently lost a very close relative. And I'm in a deep depression. The one thing, the one thing that could cheer me up is if you bought tickets to Big Nick Big Tour. He's coming to your city, but don't write your city, write the city that they live in. That Big Nick Tour is coming to. If you could do me a favor and forward this to 10 close friends, that would be awesome. Love, Big Nick. Only write your name. All right, you guys got that down? The font is rough, or maybe it's just the color. If you guys need me to, I'll copy and paste this in the chat maybe, so you guys can just, and then it's Bing, you just do a little copy paste, because it's basically already ready to go. Oh, great. Okay, it's not letting me put this. Dan, I don't know. If someone could work on writing this up and getting that in the chat, that'd be really great. Because for some reason, it's not letting me do that. Sorry, if anyone would mind. Anyways, okay, let's play some music. Is Dan Bongino starring on tour? No, Dan Bongino's not welcome on this tour. He's begged to come. I see a request for Sick. My favorite of yours is Normal Man. Will that be played on tour? Absolutely yes, it will be. What will be the split between Ends, Songs of the Computer, and Swords on the tour? I love them all. Ends is one of my favorite albums in years, so I'm hoping for new stuff. Can't wait for DC. God bless you. Great message. There's so much stuff. I would say that we are playing. We're playing so much stuff that we're not doing it's not super heavy. Like it's not like we're doing 50% ends. But it's like a quarter of the set maybe. And then you got a quarter that's probably haunted. And then you got a quarter that's maybe Songs of the Computer, more Songs of the Computer. And then you're just going to have to come out and find out what the other quarter is. I was just being really still. Sorry about that. All right, I saw a request for Sick. I saw a request for Normal Man. I'll play both of them. I get sick of singing the same old song. I'm sick of singing the same old song. And I get sick of thinking I'm right when I'm wrong. Sick of speaking cause I'm always wrong. This won't happen on tour, by the way. I won't have double chat distracting me. And I have a photographic memory, so I remember all the lyrics. Maybe I should go to the doc, which usually has the lyrics. Maybe that would be a little helpful. If let's see, we do have Swords in here somewhere, I think. Here we go. Swords album. Oh, great. It's blank. The one song. All right, I'm just gonna take it again. I get sick of singing the same old song. I'm sick of singing the same old song. And I get sick of thinking I'm right when I'm wrong. I'm sick of thinking cause I'm always wrong. Nothing's what it seems to be, at least that's how it seems to me. All I can do is play along. All I can do is sing my song. All I can do is I get sick of speaking when there's nothing to say. I'm sick of speaking cause there's nothing to say. And I get sick of reaching for the words to convey. I'm sick of seeing your duplicitous face. No language properly relays the magnitude of my disdain for your treacherous turn of phrase. And that's really all I have to say. All I can say discernible lines half drawn. They separate everything I can stop. It's never enough for me. I get sick from tightrope walking. Barely discernible lines. I get sick of searching for something to see. I'm always searching for something to see. And I get sick of flirting with intangible things. I'm sick of hurting those in front of me. The time I've wasted chasing phantoms haunts me like an empty canvas hung directly over me, perpetually out of reach. All I can see is I write. Oh, discernible eyes. All right. Thank you for the request. I'm looking to hear, do we have an update? Has anyone got any responses from this message? I want to know, who did you send it to and what have they said? Have they sent it to their 10 friends? Any updates, please? I'd love to hear that. Whoo! It was the only song on Swartz to be entirely digital. That is absolutely correct. It was all MIDI. It was actually, I think, maybe the last song. I think it and Software came together very late. And I think it kind of shows those songs are different, pretty different from the others, arrangement-wise. A lot more simplistic. I wrote Software in an afternoon that was primarily lyrically driven. And then Sick, I think, was just kind of sitting down and experimenting with the different sounds in Logic. Capiche? This is a momentous stream with millions, maybe in the hundreds of millions of people here. This might be the greatest stream ever streamed. That's what a lot of my friends tell me. Wow, I hadn't heard that. That's really exciting. I was unaware. The number I'm seeing says 52, which is great because it's climbing. It's climbed a lot since the last time I looked. I think last time I looked it was 49. So that means there's 3 whole new people here. So welcome to all 3 of you. God bless you. Great to have you. I did say on Blue Sky that I was going to talk. Hold tight 1 second. I just really like the way my face looks here. So I'm going to hold this face for as long as I can. What noise does it look like I would be making? Okay, anyways. Okay. Software is the song that got me to listen to you in the first place, says Tony J. Winters. I would love to hear that live, even though I'm doubtful it will ever happen, LOL. It's happened before. It'll surely happen again. Where do you live, Tony? Why do you say that'll never happen? No, Dan Bongino's not coming on tour. Absolutely not. He's not welcome. All right, people are ignoring me. I'm having is there something wrong with this? The way I wrote this, maybe maybe it's not long enough. Big Nick coming to Asheville. Exciting times. Let's hope the world still exists then. Amen, my friend. So I got D-Mob 319. Did you just learn that I'm coming to Asheville? And do you live in Asheville? And what can I do to get you to buy a ticket right now and to send this message to 10 of your friends as well? That's a question directly for D-Mob 319. Sandowichi tried to send it to a close friend, but the damn app refused to even send it. That's not surprising at all. I feel like there's a lot of, at this point, the term fat cat is overused. I think I was probably the first person to ever use that term, and I feel like you hear it all the time now, but that's exactly what they are. They're fat cats, these fat cat tech heads. These big tech fat cats. That's what I'm trying to say. These big tech fat cats. They're in our phones. They're in our apps. They're persecuting me every step of the way. That's why I need your guys' help. So here's what needs to happen. If these big tech, big wig fat cats are blocking you from sending this message to your friends, you need to drive to their homes. You need to write the message down on a piece of paper, and you need to put it in their mailbox, or you need to knock on the door and hand it to them directly. There's no other way to verify that they've received it. And then you need to go ahead and print 10 more copies for them to give to their friends. It's kind of like It Follows. Now it's your problem. And maybe that's what we need to work into this, is maybe the threat of violence. If you don't go, something bad will happen. It just can't come back to me. And it wasn't my idea. But maybe that's something you guys can get together and figure out offline. Oh, Tony will definitely be there. I just wouldn't expect him to play Software. But I suppose anything could happen. D-Mob 319 got ticks. Hell yup. When did you get your ticks, D-Mob, I wonder? Haven't yet seen a show, says D-Mob. Oh, haven't seen a show yet at this Asheville venue. They hear it's good, which is cool because I don't know a lot about this venue. Oh, my pal on Twitch, Deo, says, say no to big tech and yes to Big Nick. I couldn't agree more. I think that's right on the money. Okay. Anything else? Okay, I got a big, long... Okay, thank you. If you need the message, Kyle has copied and pasted the message. So if your issue is maybe you don't have your glasses and this is too small, you can't read it. You got to go. All you got to do is go to twitch.com/ I think Nick Let's Go, probably. Twitch.tv/ Nick Let's Go. And then Kyle just pasted the message there. I'm sure it'll show up over here on YouTube as well eventually. Just gonna hold my face like this for a moment. Do a little ventriloquist act. Excuse me. Okay, what are we playing next? Did I see some requests for Normal Man? Let me check in on the doc. I haven't looked at our doc. I don't have the double screen up today, unfortunately. The mic is good. The guitar is good. This is great. Oh, wow. God bless. The message is on Discord, I'm seeing. Okay, so if my message is in the corner of the screen, this is a great way to plug the Discord. You guys ever heard of Discord? If you go to discord.com/BigNick, or, I'm sorry, the link, with me? We back in business. Sorry about that. Holy cow. All right. Let me tell you guys something. This is almost too embarrassing to admit out loud, but you guys want to know what just happened. As I'm poking around here, oh, great. Sorry. Sorry, guys. What happened is, as I'm trying to manage my, like I said, I don't have my second screen set up here, and as I was trying to get to my dock, I accidentally opened Adobe, and I'm like, I don't need that extra CPU, so I'm going to go into Adobe. I'm going to quit Premiere Pro, and I was trying to do that and talk to all of you at the same time, which I accidentally quit OBS. So that was totally my bad. That was pretty stupid. Did we lose all of our viewers? We dropped from 50 to 30. Did everyone just say, I'm out? So here's the deal, folks. We need this, whatever the previous message was, we now need to hunt down the 20 people that left. And we need to get them a new message. So I maybe need to type us a new message. Are you guys with me? Are we live? I hope. I think I said I was going to play Normal Man. I'm just a normal man. I have important plans. I put the max yearly deposit in my 401k. Don't have a social life. My older neighbors might be a bit eccentric, but they cook meals for me every night. It has a chalky undertaste, triggers my imagination. Dream I wake in different places, surrounded by scary faces. Saw the film Junior as a kid, not sure what's making me think of it, but I'm seeing Arnold's baby bump each time my pillow hits my head. I wake up sick after having strange dreams, can't shake the feeling there's something wrong inside of me. Been gaining weight, I just can't fit in my jeans. I can't get comfortable, cause something's bad inside of me. The doctor told me I'd be fine, just need a little exercise. I think he's compromised. I know I'm right. There's something in me that is bad. I can feel it twist, I can fear it laugh, twisting till I break in half. Time to take my body back. I clench my fist, I push till I scream. Just can't take it, gotta get this bad thing out of me. I kick at the air and I pray for relief. I've had enough, it's time to cut this bad thing out of me. Looked up the YouTube tutorial on cesareans, but I couldn't make it to the end. Woo! I'll have to improvise, but just as I insert the knife, my neighbor comes inside with all their friends. No, please, no! Sorry, Twitch. They finished up the surgery, pulled a baby boy from me, told me of a prophecy where man begets a son that leads all nations in the darkness. And Junior is his name, Hell Junior. 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 Hey, wait a minute. My goodness, how can it be? Seems that there is something else inside of me. I feel it rising up, tunneling from deep down within. The prophecy did not foresee that there would be a twin. Danny DeVito, Danny DeVito, Danny DeVito will pull us out from darkness again. Danny DeVito, Danny DeVito, Danny will pull us back from darkness again. Danny DeVito, Danny DeVito, Danny DeVito will pull us back from darkness again. Danny DeVito, Danny DeVito, Danny DeVito will pull us out of darkness again. All right, we're back. All right, folks. Any more Qs? I've got plenty of A's. I've got A's for your Qs. Dan says RIP Twitch. I hit the button. I've got a green button here on Twitch. Can someone confirm that Twitch is not active? I see chats as of 1 minute ago. Where touring? That's a great question. Navanook. I'm going to be in Asheville, March 28th. Asheville, North Carolina. Playing with the 100K band and the great Randy Steele. If you guys like singer-songwriter / banjo music, you're going to love Randy. Of course, everyone, if you're here, surely you know Randy. Randy's been playing with me for years. He was a part of the Chattanooga 2 for the Country Music Celebration. He opened for us at Quattro de Let's Go. He's a part of the house band at Quattro de Let's Go. He's come on many streams. He's a good friend, honorary 100K band member, bandmate. Randy's coming. Eric's coming. John. You guys heard of John? He's a saxophone player from Chattanooga. Don't Google him. If you are familiar with John and his past, I promise you, I think we've worked out a lot of the kinks, and I think it's going to be a really successful tour. John has an understudy called Connor, who's incredible. We have the great Adam Brown on the drums. So it's a big show. Big Nick, big tour, big show. Big time. Big VIP. People, the VIPs are going to be a party. Get your VIP tickets. You guys can, that'll be, we'll take requests, try to play some requests, and then we'll come down and say hello, take pictures, sign whatever you need us to, sell you whatever you need to at the merch booths, early access, all that stuff. So anyways, all that good stuff at nicklutzko.com. Eric's on the bass, the great Eric. And also Eric will be available. You can ask questions to Eric during VIP as well. Did we get another question that I missed? Is there possibility of a Chicago date being added? All I can say is T, B. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say TB, and I'll let you figure out if it's A or D. All I'll say is I got some beans in my back pocket, but I'm not spilling them tonight. But you guys just going to have to hang tight and stay close by for some more beans. Because there are beans. Many people will be happy with these beans. Some people may be a little let down. But there are some that will be. There are some people that these beans, these might be the best beans that I've ever what's the name of a host when you fed? I don't know. What is it called when I give you guys beans? What is it called when you sprinkle beans? There's a word for that, right? This is your bean tease, Rachel. I'm teasing your bean currently. Lots of beans, frankly. Lots of stuff happening. Is there a God? Is there an afterlife? How will it work with two saxophonists? Well, this is a big reason why I think people should come to Asheville, North Carolina, because there will be a fight to the death, night one, song one. They're gonna go toe to toe, and the only weapon they're allowed to use is their saxophone. And John has an alto sax, and Connor has a tenor sax. So Connor does have the tenor, the bigger sax, the bigger weapon, and John is an older man. So we'll see what happens. But that's how that's going to work. Will any of this tour be filmed or streamed? Not by me. I think you missed my cue, so I'll ask it again. God bless you. Anyone, if I've missed your cue, feel free to keep on asking. How different do you expect different set lists to be? I might come to both Boston and Providence. All right, here we go. This is the good stuff. This is a good cue, Tony. Let me look, because I actually kind of have a little bit of a formula here. Let me see if I can pull up this formula, and I can give you a mathematical answer. We're going to switch it up quite a bit every night, a little bit. There's some stuff that will be the same, and there's a lot of stuff that, it's like Pokemon. You got to catch them all. You might get this at this show. You might get this at this show. Yeah, almost half the set is going to kind of switch it up every night. And I will say this, too. Providence, we ain't got nothing to lose in Providence, folks. We might get up there and decide we're going to play Heart of Mold from front to back. Now, that's not ever going to happen. So don't go there thinking I'm going to do that. But we might do something else. If we're going to get creative any night of the tour, it's going to be Providence. So I can guarantee that will be a unique show. We'll probably that's going to be like an all Easter egg, all bean night. Bean isn't the right word because we're not like spilling beans, but if there's songs that we're only playing once on tour, we might as well just throw all those into Providence, Rhode Island, a second time, in case you missed them the first time. Okay, is that a good answer? Man, I will say the thing keeps freezing, but before I can even switch to desktop, it comes right back. So it's better than before, but still we don't need any freezing, right? We don't need it, but we can live with it, right? 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 You guys ignoring me? Right? 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 Hello? Right? Hello? Yeah, definitely. If you're going to Boston, there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't see you in Providence. That goes for everyone. Because it's an hour away. It's a Friday. and they're both going to be different, and they're both going to be fun. So if you're going to Boston, I've actually thought about this. I'm trying to find a way to dangle a carrot. Like maybe if you come to Boston, well, maybe I'm going to regret saying this because then no one's going to buy VIP. But heck, why not? If you go to Boston and you come to Boston, I'll put you on the list for VIP in Providence. There, I said it. But you got to get your general admission ticket. All right, any other requests? Any other music? I've listened to Carnival so many times on Spotify now. Thinks I'm in Finland because of the boy, yappa. Wait, what? Spotify thinks the song is from Finland because of all of the yappa boy. I would love to get some internet sleuths. I've talked about this. There's a story on my Patreon about my yaya, my mom's mom, Greek woman. Moved here, I guess probably in the 50s, maybe early 60s. Didn't speak English. Heavy accent. Called me Nikolakos. Nikolakos. Oh, for Pete's sake. That was another thing she'd say a lot. But, me and my cousin Ricky, we were recording beats. We were doing rap songs. We were in middle school. We said, yeah, do you want to sing on this? And she just grabs the mic and started belts out. Yo, boy, you ba-ba-ba boy, you ba-ba-ba boy, boy. You ba-ba-ba boy, boy. You ba-ba-ba boy. And I've had that recorded since probably, I was in 7th grade, I think. So was it 2004 maybe? After she passed away, and I guess it was like 2018, I found that disc and I recorded Carnival. But my uncle swears that is a real song. I've looked everywhere for that song. He said she had it on a CD. She said it was like a Yiddish something, but he said he's heard it. He said it was some goofy guy singing in like a "Yay boy." But he swears by it. But I've looked everywhere. I found no evidence of that being a real song. I think she might have just been ad-libbing, scatting. But if anyone can get on that and find me the original, although hopefully I don't get sued for using it in Carnival. Surely that wouldn't happen. God bless you, Kyle. Kyle's on it. All right, I'm seeing a lot of requests. I'm seeing requests for nice weather. I see Mel is asking for any chance of an Atlanta show. I'm not spilling any. I've laid my beans. All the beans that are being spilt regarding future shows have been spilt. I'm sorry. Let's see. What do we want to hear? I'm seeing a request for Only the End Times. I kind of don't want to play that because that means I'd have to retune my whole guitar, and I don't have a slide handy. Here's the deal. Seems like a couple people have asked multiple times. People want it to happen. If we can sell some tickets, I'll play it. That's a carrot I'll dangle. If you want to hear it bad enough, you got to call your aunt or whoever in Asheville, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., New York City, Boston, Providence, and you got to say all this. And then you got to say, Big Nick, we got a ticket sold, and then we'll play Only the End Times, all right? That's how that's going to happen. I'll tune the guitar. I'll grab the slide. I'll look up the lyrics. I'll spend about 10 minutes singing that song. God bless you, Tony! See you in Boston and Providence. Lord Deck Gen 86866 says, hey, Nick. It's Nick, first of all. Blinked out for a sec, so sorry if you already answered this, but would you consider coming to Shreveport, Louisiana? I'm not answering any more specific city questions. God bless you. I'd love to come to all the cities, of course. All I can say is that there are more cities. There could be. I'm not saying there are. I'm saying there could be more places we're going, and you just got to stay tuned. Or maybe you join the Discord. Maybe I'll be a little less elusive in the taxpayer channel on Discord after the stream for the right people. All right, I'm seeing some requests for Mr. Bean theme bar in Vietnam. Is there a God? Is there an afterlife? Is time a facade? Why has my access been denied by the Mr. Bean theme bar in Vietnam? The Mr. Bean theme bar. Oh boy, what was that? Are we alone? Are we alone in the universe? How will I know if I'm being blessed or cursed by the Mr. Bean theme bar in Vietnam? The Mr. Bean theme bar. Woo! To the secret of the cosmos, blown to Mr. Bean. Travel 9,000 miles and still they won't let us see. Theme bar, I wanna be with Bean. Theme bar, I wanna be surrounded by the Bean. Mr. Bean theme bar in Vietnam. Mr. Bean theme bar. Ah! Someone snuck me from my bed and took things too far. They stuck a chip inside my head, it left a mean scar. I couldn't make out who it was, cause it was so dark. But I know there's no connection to the Mr. Bean themed bar. Mr. Bean themed bar in Vietnam. It's just a normal bar in Vietnam. Not weird at all, not weird at all. It's Mr. Bean themed bar in Vietnam. Holds no secrets to the universe. They just love Mr. Bean. There are 100 different men with motive to have abducted me. We should be looking at each of them and not at poor old Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is a regular man. His disciples don't meet in a foreign land to discuss ancient intergalactic plans. Cause Mr. Bean is a regular man. Mr. Bean is a regular man. His disciples don't meet in a foreign land to discuss ancient intergalactic plans. Mr. Bean is a regular man. Oh! Somebody looking at Dan Bongino, somebody looking at Christopher Lloyd, somebody looking at Steven Spielberg. All right. It's a song about how I was abducted, but it had nothing to do with Mr. Bean. Simple song. All right, folks. My wife's having a hard time with my son. Let me see if the situation has improved. All right, guys, how we doing? Bud says, you occasionally reference your weight and your belly in several of your songs. Will there be any belly action on this tour? Is this a person that keeps leaving weird comments on my channel? I apologize if okay. Anyways, any other questions from anyone else? Check out Josh Hinges. Josh Hinges. I'll buy 2 tickets to whatever show you pick. I can't go. Maybe you can put 2 people on the list. Hey, that's really nice, Josh, but genuinely, that's very sweet. But I'd rather have 2 people there than have 2 tickets sold. Because this is not really a money-making endeavor. It's just we want these shows to be full and fun. So if there's 2 people watching that want to buy tickets or that want to come and live in a city where they can go, but they don't have the means, maybe money's tight right now, they can't afford to go to Big Nick Big Tour, even though these tickets are quite affordable. Josh is your guy. He's offering to get you the tickets, put you on the list. God bless you, Josh. That's very kind of you. Someone in the chat, speak up if you want to take Josh up on his offer. Smallican says, will there be merch at the tour? Of course there will be merch at the tour. We're going to have, I'm going to have all the stuff that we had on, and if you missed the Ins vinyl campaign, we'll have Ins vinyl, Haunted vinyl, should have some Swords vinyl, some Haunted sticker sheets. We have very few SNL t-shirts, Hell Yup t-shirts. We have a lot of Quattro t-shirts with Ceviche Man on them. We're going to get posters, Big Nick Big Tour posters. Here's a bean I'll spill. We are going to restock up on trading cards, so whoever wants to get more packs of trading cards will have that opportunity. But we're also, this is a big bean I'm spilling right now that I'm realizing hasn't been spilled. Carl Kloster has made up an exclusive 20-card, I'm trying to think how to phrase this. There will be an exclusive Big Nick Big Tour trading card on tour. So you'll have the option to buy Ins trading cards or Big Nick Big Tour trading cards. The packs on tour will be $10 for 10 cards. And the Ins cards, as you all know, they're $60 in a pack. But the Big Nick Big Tour exclusive card set will have 20 cards. So come to the show, get your cards, and you can trade with your friends. We'll have cards of people like the Wet Man and Marshmallow and Smiling Bob and Buster Turtle and Mr. Bean and I already said Wet Man, but there's Mature Wet Man, Regular Wet Man. There's a lot of great new cards in there from Carl, so that's something to keep an eye out. The cards can definitely battle. I actually had a great time playing Codenames with my cards. You guys ever played Codenames? That was great. All right. And then, of course, so I'm running out of time here, folks, but I am wanting to get like one more item that I'm going to be able to get, to the West Coast easily with, among other things. So one option that I've considered, and maybe we'll do a poll of some kind, but first I just want to measure genuine enthusiasm. But please don't inflate your enthusiasm here, because if you're really kind of neutral, I don't want to get the thing and then not be successful in moving these items. But one idea is to get a Big Nick Big Live hat. Big Nick Live hat. So just a hat with a Big Nick Live logo on it. That's one option. Is that something people would be interested in? I don't know. Another option is Mel McBee, who's been in the chat. I don't know if she's still with us, but Mel did an incredible little portrait of Marshmallow, who we all love, young Marshmallow from Lil Nick and the Fiddlesticks. Now, I was wondering about a animated Marshmallow enamel pen, bigger than the one. I was really pretty disappointed in the size of the one I ordered for N. So probably double the size, maybe this big, something like that, of a Marshmallow enamel pen. So if either of those things are interesting to you guys, let me know. Or if there's something else that's just screaming, like, this is what you got to do. This is what people are going to throw loads of money at you for on tour. Let me know. Oh, here we go. Rachel would kill for a Marshmallow pin. Thad would absolutely buy a Big Nick Live hat. Thad made some incredible Big Nick hats. He's made a Desmond hat, Cowboy John hat. Everyone's got it on a hat. Chattanooga too. Jakey is remarkable. Speaking of battles, the people will demand an answer on Dracula versus Wetman. Just gonna have to stay tuned, folks. That sounds interesting. This will be. I don't want to. Again, I'm not going to get into too many show spoilers, but this will be on a sonic level. I'm speaking audible. I'm speaking audibly. I'm not talking about physical. There's no physical expectations. Audibly speaking, this will be the wettest show. These will be the wettest shows we've ever done. A lot of moisture, lot of fluid happening in this set, and I'll just keep it at that. All right, this is interesting. Depends on the hat style. Okay. How big hat? Okay. Anyways, if there's any other questions that I've missed, just please reshare them. I'll take a look. Average Cadaver needs a piano tutorial for Punchline. Best I can do is guitar. You guys can see my whole fingers here. So, A, it's first chord. Break me into pieces, put me together again. High from the adhesive, my body begins to ascend. I fly so close, I build my home on top of a cloud, and I wake up all over the ground. Did you get it? Now just transpose all that to piano and you'll be good. God bless you, DBZ Geek. Dragon Ball Z Geek. I was a Dragon Ball Z geek when I was a child. Absolutely no Garth pins. Shame on you, Carl, for even suggesting. No, I'll go bankrupt. If you guys want a Garth pin, you're going to have to get it on the black market from Carl. God bless you, DBZ Geek, for your nice words. Okay. Do you sell or post guitar tabs and chords anywhere? I'm learning and would like to play some of your songs. I think Michael Doral asked. I do not sell, and genuinely, it's too time consuming. It's not that I'm precious about it at all. I'm happy to. I will say what I do have. It's not for a lot of the songs, but like when we did the country western celebration, I had to teach those songs, or I just had to write out the chords for Randy and John Bulware, and so I do have docs for specific songs like Shakedown and Straight Jacket and Number One Hit on Country Radio, whatever songs we did for the country western celebration. I have chord charts for all those songs with the lyrics and the chords, and I think I've shared those on Patreon before, and I'm happy to share them with whoever. I'm just not that kind of sounds torturous to sit down and work on that with all the other things I need to do. So, oh wow, here we go. Kira X Music says, "Hey Nick, your album really impacted me. It was my top 5 streamed last year." Wow, thank you so much for sharing that. I hope you're talking about Ends, I presume. That's really awesome. I'm so glad to hear that people are loving and enjoying Ends. You know, all I see, it's funny because we'll see if Ends has a second life of any kind. I've talked a lot about how when I released Swords, it seemed like there was no evidence that anyone was listening to it, and then a few years later, it kind of had the second life, which was really cool. And I should pause and just say, I had an incredible the Patreon, the whole Codeman saga where everyone submitted to buy Ends early, and then the whole Kickstarter was just incredible experience, very life affirming, very humbling experience. But just going off of Spotify metrics, we just as on a bigger global scale, none of the songs have really caught on in the way that some of these Sword songs have caught on. But then again, a lot of these sports songs has taken years for them. But that's the thing that's been cool, but also frustrating, is seeing sometimes has always been the tip top for years and years. But all of a sudden, Shadows is climbing the ranks, and Shakedown is right before. It seems like it's getting so. All these songs, I don't know if this is algorithm stuff or if they're just finding people are finding them organically. But it is. It's like it's cool. It's like, oh, cool. This song is now doing pretty good. What is it now? 7 years later. I was like, maybe check out some of this other stuff. All right, let's get the ball rolling on Screen Turns Black. Come again. Ends, Run. All on Red. Show You. Obituary. Punchline. Reset. Here Comes the Cold. Hi, Baby. Hold You. Look at This Love, for crying out loud. Mama Don't Cry. Is that all the end songs? Someone else's song. What's happening, Mike? God bless you, Kira. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it. Okay. Look at This Love, for crying out loud, was the original title. Fun fact. That's fake news, Dan. You need to put yourself in timeout for that's slander. That's something that could damage my reputation. Welcome, Rachel. Kira can't even pick a favorite. You guys want to hear an ends track? No One's Keeping Count. I did forget No One's Keeping Count. Holy cow. Tip of My Tongue is a Nick Lutzko song. Started someplace in the middle. It don't matter when you're little. Nothing needs to make sense. Feeling dense and non-committal. Other people's riddles riddle my inheritance. Things that I'll never know leave watermarks on my bones. Housing secrets in the middle, unaware of how they ripple in and out of me. But look at this love I can't ascertain. How something so pure can live in this place. We run around in circles and think it's a race. I tend to forget, then I look at your face. I look at this love and all I can see are the eyes of deliverance looking at me. I look at this love. It's more than enough. I look at this love. Just look at this love. A lot of stuff going on here. Looking forward from the middle, getting older, feeling crippled by a glimpse of the end. Every dream about tomorrow travels hand in hand with sorrow in the back of my head. Feels beyond my control, leave fingerprints on my soul. They tend to meet me in the middle. When they leave, they take a little bitty piece of me. But look at this love I can't ascertain. How something so pure can live in this place. We run down the darkness and all it creates. I'm covered in light when I look at your face. I look at this love and all I can see are the eyes of deliverance looking at me. I look at this love and it's more than enough. I look at this love. Something like that. If I gotta play it by myself, it'll sound something like that. Hypothetically speaking, of course. What's happening? What's happening in Dallas on Twitch? Great to see you, pal. Dayo on Twitch says, we've had you do an advert for the NFL this year. Does this mean next year you're destined to perform the national anthem? No, but I am still waiting on I haven't received my Super Bowl ring yet. They give Super Bowl rings to anyone who works on a commercial for the Super Bowl. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a cool conversation starter for me. Oh, here we go. Someone here says Nepantalides bought our tickets to Big Nick Big Tour finale in Portland this afternoon. Very excited. God bless you. Can't wait to have you. I'll say these. I'm really excited about the West Coast, especially Portland and Seattle. Those tickets are selling beautifully. Portland, I think we're almost at 100 tickets sold, and we're many months away, so that's awesome. Feel great about that. Excited for those shows. Okay, here's a question that I've been waiting for someone to ask. And I don't know if you guys are going to like the answer, frankly. Red 80 says, what does the timeline for the Screen Turns Black music video look like? And here's the truth, folks. I think that might be dead in the water. I've talked about this in the Ends booklet about how Marshmello was created to star in a Screen Turns Black music video. And if I'm being just totally candid, I am finding a lot more I'm finding it a lot more exciting to do more narrative stuff with Marshmello. And I'm excited. I do have big plans with Marshmello, but I don't. It's just we did so many music videos for Ends, and they're all very expensive, and frankly, not many people watch them. What's like it's these things, these reels I bust out in a morning, it perform better than these music videos, and it's a shame. It's frustrating, but that's not the primary driver. I think if the big takeaway is if we're going to spend as much money and work as hard, I think I'd be more excited to do something that I feel like I would be rehashing themes that I'm already exploring in the stuff I've already shot with Marshmello. And I think that rather than a music video, what I would be more excited to do is just continue telling the story that I've already begun to tell, but just with a higher level of production, whether that's a short film or a series or whatever. That's kind of a big, complicated topic, but that's kind of big picture where I'm seeing things going with Marshmello. But unfortunately, a lot of stuff with Marshmello is just kind of put on ice until we get on the other side of Big Nick Big Tour. You guys are acting like I just gave bad news. I think it's... You guys can listen to Screen Turns Black and watch footage of Marshmello. It's all there. Will Desmond and Marshmello be at any of the concerts? A dream of mine to get a picture of Desmond. Not for any of the shows we currently have booked. But who knows? Surely we'll do something with Marshmello and Desmond eventually, but you'll know if they're coming. The thing is, I'd love to bring Marshmello on these shows, but he's so dang big, there's just no physical way to make it happen. Mel was going to do an animated sequence in Screen Turns Black, and we kind of repurposed that to some of the stuff we've already released. Screen Turns Black is my favorite end, says Dallas, but I get it. I think your reasoning is sound. If I'm still speaking candid, I think my big goal, though, with Marshmello is to try to find a way. And now, speaking of Mel, that's kind of the Marshmello and Lil Nick song was an attempt at trying to draw it back to music. Because obviously there's not really a musical element to a lot of the current Marshmello videos, and it's been a really surreal thing in that, like, I've seen in message boards and stuff where when the Super Bowl commercial is like, oh, local artist Nick Lutzko's doing blah, 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 and they're like, there's people in there being like, oh, Nick Lutzko he's the dude who does all these Marshmello videos. I didn't realize he was a musician. So there are people out there who know me only because of Marshmello and don't realize I'm a musician. So I do want to find a way to continue the story of Marshmello in corporate music. So, because that's the thing is you have all these people, these new people that are following because they like Marshmello, but then when I say I'm going on tour, they're like, say what now? How does this translate to tour? They don't know what they're paying for. They don't know what they're coming to see. So, anyways. Was it really necessary to imagine Marshmello that big? It's a fair question, honestly. I don't think I realized how big it was going to be. But God bless Matt Dutton. But, I mean, again, not trying to spill more beans, but anyways, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to book another Patreon exclusive stream so I can spill some beans to some triple tax or some taxpayers or something. Because there's stuff I have aspirations for Marshmello. It's just so dang expensive. So it's anyways. Oh man, this quit. Never mind. Okay. Hopefully, lots of Garth in the narrative. Let's go ahead and give Braun a timeout for that. That's disrespectful to me as a sworn enemy of Garth. Deo says, can we get a cheeky little hair ballad? I should play the hair ballad, and then I should send Manscaped a $10,000 invoice for playing it on the stream for all 62 of you. Okay. It would be interesting to see Marshmello with Desmond. That's another thing. I'm just speaking as if I would just speak with some pals. I haven't thought a lot about this, but that's another thing that I think would be interesting is to see some overlap with the other worlds and other characters. See how would Marshmello and Greasy get along, for example, or maybe the Wet Man make. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe really bad ideas. Ideas I haven't spent much time worrying about. They're missing out on a great catalog of music. Candidly, it's such a happy accident to come across an artist and them to have such different types of music. Each day a new vibe. God bless you. Thanks for the nice comment. Oh wow, we got a $10 super chat from Caged. I don't want to be disrespectful. Is it Caged Money or Caged Monkey? I can't read the whole name, but I'm going to read the super chat. It says, I'm not going to be able to make it to any of the shows on this tour. but I still wanted to say thank you for the tunes and good times. God bless you. Very kind of you. Really appreciate that. And you'll be there in spirit, I'm sure. We'll dedicate every song to you. I see that Abram was putting a 10-second timeout, and frankly, it's not long enough. It needs to be at least 12 seconds. If you could add another 2 seconds to that timeout on Twitch, I'd really appreciate that. All right, guys. This is fun. I'm having a good time. Here we go. Does Desmond really drive the purple hot rod shown in today's stream art? If not, what does he drive? Desmond actually doesn't know how to drive. But give it up for Carl Kloster. I think this is a great... Put that on a daggum t-shirt. I'm a big fan of Carl's thumbnail art today. Very good. Do you ever think about a Gremlins 4? Yes, Gremlins 4 came out in 2023. It's called The Celebration of Summertime. It's called SNL Part 3, Celebration of Summertime. Is actually Gremlins 4. It's a great film. But you need to watch Gremlins 1, Gremlins 2, Gremlins 3, and then SNL 3, which is actually Gremlins 4. How's everything coming along with the full band? Have you replaced Asa? Yes, Asa has been replaced. Although we could never replace Asa. We've just got a new flavor. We replaced trumpet with another saxophone. We got those saxophones, which, is interesting. Early on, we were very intentional about trying, like on Sideshow. One of the first songs I think I ever tracked horns with John, we have a alto saxophone, Barry saxophone, maybe a tenor sax. I don't know. I don't think we had tenor, but we had Barry and alto for sure. And then we had a trumpet, and we had a trombone, and I think we had a flugelhorn. And we were really trying to, for some reason had it in our heads that doubling alto saxophones was going to be lame. We didn't want to do that. We wanted to have a full horn sound. But then fast forward, to the pandemic, we record a song like Spineless. That's a song right there. That's 3 or maybe 2 altos and a Barry. Ends. A lot of these songs on Ends are all altos. We'll have like 8 alto saxophones layered. John has a really cool, unique approach to tracking and layering saxophone parts. And because we're bringing in another saxophone player instead of a trumpet player, it's opening these songs up in a way that I didn't really foresee, that it's sounding closer to the album than it ever had. A lot of the sword stuff, end stuff. And I'm really excited about it. It's, and Connor's, frankly, an incredible musician. He's doing I'm really proud of the work Connor's done so far, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy hearing Connor on tour. All right, guys, I think I'll play one more song. We got Big Nick Big Tour kicking off in just almost 2 weeks, guys. In a few days, it'll be 2 weeks on Saturday. We're moving tickets, nickletsgo.com. We're going to Asheville, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, Providence, Boston. Connor's definitely the least annoying saxophone player in the band. All right, I see one request for Come Again. It needs to be unanimous. I need it. First song I can see 3 people request is the song that I'm going to end with. All right, I see 2 Come Agains. All right, Come Again it is. There's a noise off in the distance, growing louder all the time. But today it sounded different. It was coming from inside. Just not if you can hear it. Or am I losing my mind? Am I haunted by the spirit of the love we leave behind? Come again, I can't hear you anymore. Turn around. I think I'm screaming, but I can't be sure. Come again, I can't hear you anymore. Turn around, I think my lips keep moving, but the words get ruined by the uproar. The days they move like minutes, and it all goes by so fast. Suddenly the distance is sitting in your lap, and the noise, it ain't a siren, it's something far more crass. It sounds closer to silence, and it cuts like broken glass. Come again, touch me, baby, hold me. I can't hear you anymore. Love the night, turn around, baby, and hold me. My lips keep moving, the words keep going. Come again, I can't hear you anymore. Turn around, my lips keep moving, but the words get ruined by the uproar. I can't hear you anymore. Come again, I can't hear you anymore. Touch me, baby, hold me tight. I hear your heartbeat in the middle of the night. The words keep pressing down with all its might. Just that I'm with you when the woods ain't right. Come again, touch me, baby, and hold me tight. I hear your heartbeat in the middle of the night. Come again, the noise keeps pressing down with all its might. Just that I'm with you when the words ain't right. Come again. God bless you all. Happy spring. Hope to see you on Big Nick Big Tour. Go to nickletsgo.com. Guys, thanks again for coming and hanging out. We'll do this again real soon. I'll get another one on the books. Now that we got our internet in a better spot, I know we had a couple issues with the camera, but we're in a better spot overall. We'll continue to iron things out, and I'll give you guys more notice next time. Thanks for spending your evening with me on just a couple hours' notice, and we'll do it again real soon, maybe later this week. God bless you all. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you. We're going to have so much fun. Please.